Hi everybody, welcome to Jake Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays. Now the insurance lady told me I had a perfect driving record just recently, and I've had my driver's license for a long time. And today what I thought I would do is show you tips and tricks, driving techniques that basically I've learned throughout my driving career. Now I'm not a professional, but these are things that I've found to really help you out in your driving. Let's go! Okay, we're going to take you top to bottom here. First, you just got to make sure that your keys are your doors are always locked in your car, and this way you don't have people going into your car and making sure that things are getting stolen out of it. Makes it less likely. One of the great things about having a car is that you avoid the elements, and right now it just started raining, and being inside you don't have to face the elements as much. Another real nice touch besides keeping your car clean is having one of these car fresheners, right? I got cherry freshener. It makes it really smell good every time you get in. And trying to keep food, cigarettes, no cigarette smoking, no food in the car. And by doing that, you always have a nice fresh smelling car every time you get in, and it really makes you feel good. As I said before, whenever you get into the car, probably before you turn on your car, what you should do is you should always fasten your seatbelt. Make sure everybody has their seatbelt on before you start the car, and then that way you know everybody's safe and secure. Now this car is really good on gas. It's a really efficient car, and if you notice, I have my parking brake on. Even though I have the car in park, always put your parking brake on, just in case something goes wrong with the parking brake. Having the parking brake on really is an extra way to make sure that your car doesn't roll back. Before you start driving, make sure that you got your mirrors facing exactly in the center of where you're sitting, so you can see that center thing is in the center of your mirror, and you can see the back mirrors. You can see the back handle of your back door on both doors. That means you can see clearly in the back here, and you can see clearly in the back here. So making sure that your mirrors are adjusted before you start driving is important as well. Another important point is how far back your seat is. Basically, the closer up you are to it, you get to see more clearly, but it's a little bit more relaxing when you're further back. So what you want to do is make sure that your seat is not too far and not too close from the brake and the gas pedal, so that you can make sure that you feel comfortable when you're driving, and that's not an issue. Even though I'm a small guy, I tend to like to be a little bit further back so I don't have to reach too far to reach the gas pedal and the brake. Okay, so when you're driving, you always want to have your hands at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on your steering wheel. This is the proper position for driving. You want to be looking straight ahead and at 10 and 2 every time that you start your car to drive. Another key about having it at 10 and 2 is that when you turn, you're going to want to do hand over hand turning, like this, or like this. See how I'm crossing my hands? This is the proper way to make turns, either right or left. And that is key to the 10 and 2 driving, to be perfectly positioned for that. Now here we go to start the driving. We got the car on. You want to put it into reverse because I have to back out of the parking lot. Now, one of the key tricks is to back out as little as you possibly can, because I don't know about you, but I don't have eyes in the back of my head. And so even when you look this way and you look this way to look backwards and you look in your mirror, you can't see too well. So what you want to do is minimize the amount of backward driving that you have to do. Right now it looks pretty clear. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put it into reverse. I'm checking both ways. It's a real quiet day today. I live in a quiet neighborhood, and in particular it's extra quiet today because it's Labor Day, right? And so now you quickly pull out and around onto the street. You put it into drive. It's kind of off and on with driving, but make sure your windshield wipers are working if you're having any sort of rain difficulties. Whenever you come to a stop sign, you always want to stop behind. You always want to stop behind the white line, right? And if you're going to make a turn, you always want to turn into the lane that's closest to you. So here I'm at a stop sign. I put my blinker on, right? And I'm going to want to go to the lane that's closest besides that red truck. Once you've successfully made the turn into the proper lane, here I'm showing beside the red truck, if you need to change lanes and you want to go into the other lane, you put on your blinker again and change. But the key is to make sure that you change into the lane that's closest to you, no matter if you're going right or if you're going left. One of the important things about keeping a perfect driving record is to stay under the speed limit inside of the cities. And outside of the cities on the highways, you can go about 72 miles an hour, 115, and it doesn't seem to be any problem with the flow of traffic. But one of the keys is always staying under the limit of speed. Unless otherwise posted, inside the city, it's going to be 50 kilometers an hour or 35 miles per hour. I'm actually really big on speed and staying under the limit, and the reason for that is because a lot of people get this road rage. I always let them pass. Let people pass. Let them go as fast as they want. Your key thing when you're driving is to stay safe, right? And so by staying under the limit, no matter who honks at you or if they race by you, don't get all like, I gotta get there faster. You want to get there safe. Don't worry, it's a lot faster than walking, driving, no matter what speed you're going at. Trust me, I know. Remember, driving is not a race unless you're a race car driver. But driving in general is not a race, and that's the way to not get tickets and not get in accidents. Go slow and let other people pass. One more tip here is at the gas station. Basically, you see how they got 3 different choices: bronze, silver, gold. There's always like a good, a medium, and a not, standard one. I always pick the highest one, even though it's more expensive here, right? Usually by 10 to 20%, right? By picking the top one, what I find is it burns better. It keeps your car in better maintenance, and allows you to go for more miles per gallon. And that's just a little trick that I do, is I always put in the top grade of gasoline, no matter what kind of car. This car is actually really good on gas anyway, and I don't need gas right now. I just want to show you though that by picking the best gasoline, you get the best performance, right? You got to put the best in the best. So that's the way I look at it, and I found it to be very effective in keeping my car maintained for a long period of time. Okay, so here we are, coming back to the place here, to the home. Put on your blinker, because remember, the most important thing for any driving is you want to make sure that you get there safely, right? Not fastly, safely. All right, so once you're there, what you got to do is put your car into park, put your parking brake up, right? And there you are with another safe trip. That's right, back in the same spot, right? So driving can be a lot of fun. In fact, it is a lot of fun. I love it, right? But by going nice and slow and letting people pass you, and always going under your speed limit, and always wearing your seatbelt, and always concentrating on your driving, you don't get in any accidents, you don't get any tickets, and you too might get a perfect driving record. All right? I hope some of those tips and trips were really, really helpful for you. Even if you get 1 or 2 things out of that, I hope you enjoyed. Driving's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy the road. Thanks for watching Jake Showcase, everybody. Don't forget to like my video below and subscribe to my channel up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays. I hope you have a wonderful day.